Hi and welcome back to the Freese Watches channel. I want to thank everyone so far for subscribing and for watching the videos. Do really appreciate it. In today's video I was going to talk about something that's happened on one of the watch forums in the last couple of weeks, which has been quite interesting to me. So the watches that I make have been discussed on watch forums before, and occasionally people bring them up, and on this occasion I noticed a watch that had come up for sale, which was one of the watches that I made in the very first batch of 101 watches that we made a couple of years ago. It was out of the first 10 watches that we made, we had 2 with purple dials, and they were probably the first 2 watches to sell. I think that although the whole lot went pretty much straight away, those 2 were sort of under quite high demand, and it seems as if that's still the case today, because the watch in question sold. This is on the Amiga forums, and it sold quite quickly. It was sold within a couple of hours or something, and the person who sold it is a friend of mine, and he got in touch and he said to me, well, I've sold this watch because I'm not wearing it that much anymore, I wanted to move it on, and just wanted to let you know that I've had quite a bit of interest in the watch, and I thought you'd like to know, which obviously I'm really pleased about. But I said to him, that particular watch has got the gloss dial that we put on the first version of the 101, and we're not making the gloss dial anymore. And at this point he was a bit sort of disappointed about the fact he'd sold it, because of the fact that obviously you're not going to be able to get another one, because for the foreseeable future I don't think we're going to be doing any more gloss dials on there. So I thought it'd be quite useful just to clarify the situation, just to talk about the thought process that goes into how we make a dial, and the finish, and how we make those decisions. So when we first made the Freese 101, the watch was specified by William Roberts, my business partner and the co-founder of Freese Watches. Now, William is a watch collector, and he really likes gilt and gloss dials, and wanted to specify that for the first watch we made, for the 101. So we went with that, and we had to outsource the finish. We had to get the finish specifically, because once the gloss finish was applied, it was then sent to us, and then we aged the dial in the same way that we age most of the dials that we make. It's a kind of a deep gloss, and it's like slightly off black. It's like a brown sort of colour. But what we found over time was that we were unable to get that finish right. The process changed, and we were unable to get quite right look. So we've actually gone over to making matte dials now, and at the moment we're currently in the process of changing the 101 dial, the 102 dial. We're bringing out a new version of 101 about a month's time as well, and all of these dials, because we're making them ourselves, we've moved into a kind of a matte black finish, which has got a very slight sort of satin shine to it, but it is, if you describe it, it would be matte black. So it's an interesting thing, because to see that this watch was sold on the forum, and to see that it generates a lot of interest, and also that the watch can't be made anymore, it's just going to be interesting in the future to see what happens there, because as we move along and change the watches, the ones that we made at the beginning are no longer going to be obviously available, and they're going to be a finite number. And this is something that we'll probably notice, in the future as we sell more watches. So really, I just wanted to come on today and just talk about that, and just also clarify the situation that the dials that we're going to be making in the future are mainly going to be the satin black dials. We will be looking at doing a gloss dial, but what's important for us is getting that finish looking right and having a kind of degree of age and patina to it. And if it's not right, then we can't really sort of sell watches that look like that. And the process that we've got now for the matte dials is certainly one that we're happy with, and something that we're going to do a bit more of moving forward. I'll just get a photograph popped up here of the new watch that will be coming out, which we're going to do a completely dedicated video on soon. Now, this is a 369 version of the 101, and as you can see from the photo, it's got the 369 Explorer type dial, often known as the Vanessa Redgrave, the 5513 that she wore in the Bond film. So what we wanted to do is try and recreate that dial, and to make something with that look, but also put our own sort of degree of aging onto the dial, and make 5 different watches. So there'll be 5 watches with different colour bezels, with different coloured loom. They're all going to be individual, and we're just going to do a set of 5 of those. I'm actually going to be doing a specific video about this, which will be coming out hopefully by the end of the month, where I'm going to be talking with William about this watch. But I thought it would be quite nice to share a photograph of this watch, because it does show the direction we're going in, especially with the dial design, because you'll notice we've now got the F at 12, we've got the Freese below that as well, and we've got 101 on the dial. These are all sort of decisions that we've sort of been making slowly as we go along, as we're refining the watches we make and trying to in some way unify the different models, the 101, the 102 and the 53 as well. So that's pretty much it from me for today. The only thing I wanted to say was, thanks again for watching, thanks for subscribing, thanks for your questions. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell, then you'll get notifications. But we're doing regular weekly videos. We're trying to do this once a week, just so that I can tell you what I've been up to, and hopefully show you a little bit about what we've been doing. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.